So this is the third problem in the conversion of isometric to orthographic. So here we are having a bracket with dimensions are given here. So here already the direction of the front view is given here. So here we are having an arrowhead. This arrowhead is symbolizing the direction in which this diagram is to be viewed in order to get the front view. So here also we shall draw a front view, top view and a left side view. So we shall draw a front view, top view and a left side view. So this is the direction in which the front view is to be obtained. This is the direction in which the side view is to be obtained, and this is the direction in which we have to obtain a top view. So in the front view, the total width of this front view is 115 mm and total height is 60 mm, 60. And here we are having a small circular structure also. So here we are having a face of 12 mm thickness. Here we are having another rectangle of 12 into 60. So here we are having another rectangle of 60 into 12. So this side, it will be, what will be the distance, what will be the height of this side? It will be 60 minus 12. So this height is up to this point, this height is 60 minus 12, which is equal to 48. So this is 48 into 60. So this is 48 into 60, and this thickness is 20 mm. This thickness is 20 mm. And when you're observing from the front, this circular portion will be visible in the front view. And here we are having a circular hole here. So this is a circular hole which is having a diameter of 25 mm. So the radius will be 12.5 mm and the diameter of this arc is 50 mm, so that the radius will be 25. So this is the center for both this circle and this arc. Now I shall just color it for getting a better understanding of which all surfaces will be visible in the front, top and side views. So in this diagram or in this solid, this green colored surface will be visible in the front view. So this edges, all the edges will be visible in the front view. This red colored surface will be also visible in the front view, and this dome like structure, so this red colored surface also will be visible in the front view. We'll be having a circular portion also here. And when it comes to the side view, this orange colored surface will be partially visible. That is, up to this height it will be visible, up to this height, a height of around some 60 mm. So beyond that it is on the other side, so some portions it won't be visible. And this green colored surface is also visible in the side view, but it won't be visible in its total length. That is, so here this is an inclined surface, so this inclination won't be visible in the front view, and this inclination won't be visible in the side view also. So the thickness is 12 mm, so this is totally 20 mm thickness. The total thickness of this solid is 60. So from this 20 up to this edge, if you are drawing a straight line here, from this 20 up to this straight line, it will be 40. And this blue colored surface will be also visible in the side view. Whereas in the top view, you can see this yellow colored surface, this yellow colored surface, and this surface partially, this curved surface partially. So when you are observing from the top also, you won't be able to recognize that we are having a curved here, because you are watching this from a distance. So up to this portion, this arc will be visible as a rectangle. Okay, this dome type structure, it will be seen only as a rectangle. And when you are visualizing this orange colored structure from the side view also, you cannot see it as an circular or curved path, but instead of that you can see it as a square. So we shall draw it one by one. First the front view. So the total width of the front view is 115 mm, out of which we are having a 12 mm thickness here, and the rest will be this small rectangular face. So totally we shall take 115 initially along the XY line, 115. Now on the leftmost side, we are having a small rectangular face. The thickness is 12 mm and the height is 60 mm. So from this, we shall take a 12 mm thickness and a height of 60 mm. Now we shall draw this rectangular face which is 12 mm in thickness. So the rest of it, that is totally this is 115. You have already taken 12 from this 115. The rest of it we are having this rectangular face. So the inclination of this rectangular face, it won't be visible in the front view. So at 12 mm thickness. Now to the left hand side we are having this surface which is somewhat a circular surface to one in one region, and here we are having a straight surface. So we shall draw this surface. So the total width of this surface is 50 mm. So the total width of this arc is 50 mm. So this also will be 50 mm. We shall mark 50 mm, and then we shall take vertical height of 23 mm. So this is 23 and this is also 23. So initially we shall take a length of 50 mm, and on either sides we shall take a height of 23 mm on the left side and right side. Now we shall mark the center of this which is 25. So totally this is 50. We shall mark the center of this which is at 25. We shall draw an axis of symmetry here. It is not an axis of symmetry, just a chain line. Now we shall draw this bigger arc which is having a diameter of 50 mm. So the radius will be 25. So from this point to this point the radius will be 25. We shall do it with the help of our compass. Now we shall draw this circle which is having a diameter of 25 mm. So the radius will be 12.5. Now we shall draw two axes of already we are having a chain line here. We shall draw one more chain line here. So this completes our front view. Now we shall go for the top view. We shall extend projectors from the front view to this region in order to get the top view. The total length of the top view, again it is 115, and the total width here it is 60 mm, but when it comes to this side it is only 20 mm. So we shall take the 115 mm length on this side. So in this side also it will be totally a length of 115. So we shall take it now we shall take this 60 mm length. This is also visible in the top view. 60 mm length, and we shall draw this small rectangle of 60 into 12 mm. Now we shall draw this dome-like structure. So when you are observing from the top, this circular surface won't be visible as circular, but it will be just visible as a rectangle of width 20 mm and length 50 mm. And you cannot see this circular hole also. So when you are observing from the top, you cannot see this circular nature of the surface. It will be just seen as a rectangle of 20 mm thickness and 50 mm length. So we shall draw it to the leftmost side. And when you're observing from the top, this circular portion is not visible. Actually, we are having a hole here. So the outline of the hole, it has to be represented as a dash thick line. So when you're observing from the top, this hole is not visible. So as this hole is not visible, invisible outlines and invisible edges will be representing it using dash thick lines. So in this area, we have to represent this line and this line as a dashed thick line. This represents that we are having an outline inside this structure which is not visible from the top. We shall draw an axis of symmetry also here. Now this inclination will be visible in the top. It is starting from this 20 and ending at this 12 mm edge, 12 mm side. So we shall draw it in the top view. So this completes our top view. Now we shall move on to the side view. So we are drawing a left side view here. So what all things are visible in the left side view? So this dome-like structure, it is not completely visible in the left side, but you can see a length of 60 mm and a height of 60 mm. So initially let us draw a length of 60 mm and a height of 60 mm. Sorry, a width of 60 mm and a height of 60 mm. So when you're observing in this direction, this 60 will be visible and this height also will be visible, and totally the outline of the side view will be a square which is 60 into 60. We shall draw it onto this side. Here, even if you don't extend the projectors from the side view, it doesn't matter here. If you want, you can extend it to the right hand side. So first we shall take 60 mm, height also 60 mm. So this is the outline of the side view, and in this case we will be having a small rectangle here on the leftmost side. So onto this side we can see this dome-like structure as a rectangle of height of thickness 20 mm and height. What will be the height? The height will be this 23 plus this 12. So 23 plus 12 will be giving you 35. Again 35 plus 25. 35 plus 25. What is 35 plus 25? It will be equal to 60. So totally the height of the rectangle will be 60 and the width of the rectangle will be 20. Now in this dome-like structure, this circle is again invisible. This circular hole is again invisible. So we have to represent it using dash thick lines. So we shall take it directly from the front view. We shall extend some projectors from the front view. So here we are having a dash thick line. Here also we will be having a dash thick line. And to the center we shall draw an axis of symmetry also. Now this side, this small green colored surface, this is also visible in the side view. So it is starting from this 20, after this 20 thickness, from this side to this end, the thickness is 12. So we shall take a thickness of 12 and represent this surface which is 12 mm in thickness. Now we shall do the dimensioning. So one more thing here, when you are observing it from the side view, here we are having a flat surface and here we are having a vertical surface. So here actually we are having an edge joining this flat surface and this vertical surface, and here we are having an invisible edge which is not visible from the side view. So you have to represent it using a dash thick line. So here we are having an edge which is connecting this yellow colored surface and this orange colored surface. So as it is from the side view, it is not visible. So we are having an invisible edge here. We have to represent it using a dash thick line. So it is this side. So it is this edge. So here we are having a edge here. So this is that edge. So here you have to represent that as an invisible edge.